What a good one, coochie. You not been to have me hot glue gun and my coochie back on. Cause you What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Girlfriends with Girlfriends. My name is Ashley Chantrice, and I am here today with two of my best girlfriends. And y'all know what we do every week. We talk about every episode of Girlfriends. We are on season 1 right now because, as you guys know, it is finally on Netflix, so you can binge watch it as much as you want. I'm on my 500th binge watch right now, and I won't be judged for it. I don't care what you think because we love this show. So first and foremost, let me introduce my best friend of over a decade, Khadijah Ayanla Phillips. Yes, I said her middle name. What's up, bestie?
Hello.
And she is not wet and wavy, but just the wavy today.
Soft wave, romantic wave.
We love it. And a fan favorite, one of our favorite people in the world, Miss Diamond Bright. I just realized your name is Diamond Bright. Like, that is so awesome.
It is. That's why I don't want to get married and have to change my last name.
And you shouldn't.
Somebody can take my name, like Zoe Saldana's husband.
That part. You're gonna have to get you a submissive white man for that.
I don't want one.
You're gonna have to get you a Todd.
Right.
All right, but yeah, thank you for everybody, showing us support on Instagram. Shout out to all the Girlfriends fan pages, Everything Girlfriends, all about Tracy, every outfit from Girlfriends. I don't know who else I'm missing, but yeah, everybody who supports us on Instagram and who subscribes and likes our channel, be sure to get down in the comments after this. But today we are talking about season 1, episode 13. Now, the last episode was when Joan first met Sean, and she was doing 3 much, chasing him and leaving cute voicemails on her answer machine, all of that. And her girlfriends told her to slow down. She was like, all right, cool. This is the episode where they've been dating for about 3 weeks. She's been cooking him dinner, whining and dining. They've been going out, but he's kind of hesitant on the affection part. Now, we all know that Joan has a 3-month rule. Why she has that at 30 years old, I'll never understand. But she has a 3-month rule, and it seems that Sean is being respectful of that. But Joan is very confused because, she goes in for a kiss and he kisses her on the forehead. That's strange. That's suspicious. But then he reveals after talking to her girlfriends, he reveals to her that he's a sex addict. And Joan makes a comment like, yeah, right. What man isn't? So we find out that Sean is a sex addict. And then the episode kind of progresses from there. But I want to know, what are y'all's first impressions of Sean, especially as a fit for Joan? Diamond, I'll start with you. What did you think of Sean, like the first couple episodes?
First episode, I was just happy Joan got a man because but like, so I didn't with Sean, like, I didn't know what it was, but by the second episode, he was giving off red flags. You could see him already. And it wasn't even just specifically for Joan. He was just giving off red flags, like, kind of like just not that into you kind of stuff. We found out later that it wasn't that. It was his problem. But, his, I didn't see that lasting, but just from jump, just because of how he was. Like, I did think he was cute. It was cute that she had a man for a time, but I didn't love him at first or at second. I never loved Sean.
I kind of felt like he maybe liked her and enjoyed her company, but he was holding back a lot, as far as like. But then again, he was always over there. And I felt like it was kind of like, okay, this woman likes me. Let me just see what he's about. But he was holding back. And then we later find out that he had never had an emotion tied to like sex. So I think him holding back in telling her about his addiction or whatever. Like, I felt like Joan is so understanding. He could have just like told her that like from jump and not try to like hide that from her. Because when you hide that part, you're hiding everything else and like why you're acting the way that you're acting. Khadijah, what were your first impressions of Sean, the first like 2 episodes that we encountered?
But I didn't mind him. It's like, because Joan was the problem when they first met. So it was like, okay, well, Joan, you go scare this man away. So he stuck around. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. And then when he started being hesitant, I'm like, okay, what's the problem? I thought it was admirable kind of that he didn't go there with her. Like, I think, because I thought that meant like, okay, well, he likes her. Like, he actually likes her. Like, he's just not like, I'm gonna just sleep with this one. You know, that's a lot when you're going through an addiction to be like, to pull back physically. He could have told Joan, but then at the same time, it's kind of early. And she is understanding, but she's also a wild card. So, like, you don't know if that's going to be something that she can deal with or not.
If she overanalyzes everything, I think if he would have told her from jump, like, she would have like wanted to break her 3-month rule. Like, oh my God, he's a sex addict. Like, let me sleep with him. So, you know what I'm saying? She would have like picked it up way too much. So you're right. I feel like there was a reason that he kind of held back, because maybe he recognized that about her. Like, oh my gosh, she's great, but she's a lot. So I'm going to have to like wait a little bit to spring that on her. So I liked Sean initially. I felt like he kind of balanced Joan because, you know, he was a lot more laid back, and he kind of allowed her to be who she was and like excited and all of these things. And I think he was definitely appreciative of like, you know, how she cooked for him. Cause Joan wasn't making like no Alfredo pasta out of a box. Like, she was giving this man rack of lamb, like spreads, like charcuterie boards and like wine and things like that. Like, first of all, I need a friend like Joan. Bitch, you stay in the kitchen, okay? Everything is on point from scratch. I know you have a great wine selection. Your house is always clean. Like, I see why they was always over there, because look, she feeds people. But yeah, I did like Sean initially. I did not care for him in this episode because I feel like that's just a lot to put on somebody. You know what I'm saying? After like 3 weeks of dating, like, oh my God, why won't you kiss me? Da, da, da. And of course he told her the truth. Like, he didn't lie. But then again, it's a lot. Like, and then she went to his meeting and he was like, oh, I this is everything that I lost. And I slept with over 300 women. Joan was like, oh, geez. She had to gather herself. And then we find out Lynn was there with sunglasses on, like, damn, am I a sex addict? Like, no, you just freaky, girl. You don't need to be there. But yeah, I initially liked Sean for Joan. I just think the timing was just really off. And I think if they really wanted to make it work, like, they had communication issues. And Sean was also very selfish. Like, you can't blame this woman for how she reacts to you telling her, I'm a sex addict, that's why I won't kiss you. She was supportive in going to his meeting. Oh, there's another question I have. Would y'all have gone to the meeting with him? Diamond, I'll start with you. Would you have gone to Sean's Sex Anonymous meeting?
Yeah, to see what is up, to see what's to you. What's going on in here? What kind of deviance y'all got going on up in here? First of all, I want to see what ladies is in this class with you. I want to see, and just to like, you know, I as with somebody like with an addiction like that, like, it ain't like it's meth, but that's an addiction that can ruin your relationship. I need to see what it's about, what I need to be looking out, what signs I need to be looking out for, what your triggers are, what's your, you know, I need to see where your head is right now with it. Like, how far are you along in your treatment, or how far, you know, I want to see you in this environment where you vulnerable and you open, and I can see everything going on with you. And I would have went mostly though to see what kind of other people was in the meeting though.
I would have went to be nosy. Y'all know me.
Oh, excuse me?
Yeah, like
Just peeping the scene like, okay, y'all in here fucking, huh? All right.
No, I could not have been in a relationship with, like, we would have had to break up as soon as he said that. And I hate to be like that, but I know me. And now it's like, I'm already thinking everybody go cheat. So now you telling me up front, like, you got an addiction. So it's like, oh, hell, you definitely go cheat. Like, it's not even a him issue. Like, this is a me issue. This is like, and it's an addiction. So you'll sleep with anybody. I can't go to the meeting. I can't call you anymore. You can't call me. It was nice meeting you. Let's just cut our ties here, because I just know this is not gonna work out. At least 30-year-old me, maybe 25-year-old me might have been like, okay, let's try it out. But me, knowing what I know now, nah, I can't. I pray for you, and I pray you get the healing you need, but Khadijah cannot be a part of that healing. You're not gonna drag me through this mess. Sorry.
I feel like I would have went, of course, to be nosy, but just to see the extent of his addiction. Him saying that he's been abstinent for like a year and however many months, I kind of would have been like, okay, like, he really is trying. You know, that's our favorite line. He really is trying.
He has it under control.
Right. So that would have like soothed it. But I think in Joan's case, her getting up and leaving, I didn't like that she left, because it's like, girl, this man told you he had a sex addiction. Like, you showed up, and if you heard something that made you, like, what did you expect? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you said, alcohol or meth. Like, it's still something that obviously like destroyed his life. But if you wanted to be there and still be with him and be supportive, like, what you getting up and walking out for? Like, what do you think sex addicts do? Like, have sex with one person 300 times? No, he slept with 300 people. So I think if you're gonna go, like, you know, just really know what you're getting into. If not, like Khadijah said, just don't go. This is also the episode where Tony is really trying to like get Greg back. How do we feel about the lengths that Tony went to get Greg like back in her life? Khadijah, I'll start with you, because you over there laughing.
Because she was determined. She was just trying to get her man back. So listen, if I got to call the catering company that you work at and cater myself a party, then damn it, I got to cater a party if I'm getting my man back. She was just trying. So I like, listen, she loved him. And this is like one instance that we see of Tony actually loving someone and trying to be with someone. So go, Tony, get your man.
What was she trying to get her man back, or was she just trying to get some? Because when he said, I'm so glad we're back together, she was like, hold on, we ain't back together.
Oh, she did say that, didn't she? And if she was just trying to get some.
Diamond, you over there flipping your braids. Come on with the work.
I first want to acknowledge that Virgo just came up all the way out of Khadijah when she said, no, I'm not going to the meeting. As soon as you tell me you a sex addict, no. Virgos overanalyze everything, and it's not that I'm gonna leave you if you got any kind of flaw, but a flaw like that's finna fuck me up too. No, bye. The Virgo came all the way. Tony, the thing with Tony trying to get her man back, like, I'm here for it, girl. Get your man back, whatever. But when she did get him back, it was a classic case of you just want the motherfuckers that don't want you. The only reason she wanted him back was because he finally he wasn't studying her ass no more, and that's when people try hardest. That's when people try hardest. When you go on and walk away, that's when people try hardest. But it's like she should have sat with herself. Like, do you really want this man, or do you just not want him to be with nobody else?
Not me. Certainly not I.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, this is a man that you know loves you and feels bad that he can't provide for you in the way that you want him to. So the fact that she was kind of like, okay, this is going to be just like a sexual situation, but he loved her and he really wanted more. So it's just like, you know, you can't just pick up and call me. And he's like, I didn't know I was just some booty call. Like, you know, so I feel like with Toni, she wants what she wants when she wants it on her terms. And if it's not that, then she throws a fit, which isn't fair, especially when it comes to like love and the people that really care about you, because he was a man who didn't have the financial wherewithal, but he still loved her, knowing that she was materialistic. And I think that speaks a lot. Like, okay, I know she's bougie and, you know, she's gonna yell at me for getting a drop of paint on her $2,000 French duvet cover, but I still love the good qualities about her. And I think like Diamond said, Toni just didn't sit with that for a while. Maybe she just didn't realize it because she was selfish and only focused on, like, you know, how she felt. I didn't like that Toni did all of that for Greg. I feel like it would have been okay if she was genuine and like wanted to be with him, because she know that's what he wanted. But the fact that, you know, like he said, she did treat it like a booty call. It's just like, come on now, like, this man really loves you for you. And then when they actually did get together, this is not this episode, but, you know, him not having the money that she wanted him to have became a problem. So it's like, what is it? Like, what do you think?
You know, I go back and forth about Miss Toni Childs. I just, you know, I'm glad that she, like, you know, because people say, I told y'all before, people tell us all the time, like, we, you know, we gold diggers and stuff for wanting financial stability and stuff. I love that she wants that for her, but like, you know, at what point do you compromise? Because now you're making this man feel like he's not good enough for you. And then when he finally say, okay, I'm not, then you trying to get him back. And then, like, I just, you know, I don't know about Miss Toni.
Right.
I don't know. That's what I like. I what you said. Like, I know she was doing that more for her and for her feelings. I like she was keeping him, you know, and her. I don't know. Me and Miss Toni just, I don't know.
I think everybody is this back and forth with Toni because we see so much of ourselves in her. Even the parts where we like, oh, you doing too much, but I did that before. So you kind of got to check Toni's a mirror at some points, and we love and hate her for it. And that just goes back to the brilliant character development and writing of, you know, Mara and the development of the show. This is also the episode where, you know, because in these episodes we always have like the serious storyline and then like the underlying one that's kind of funny. William and Yvonne, how did y'all feel about them as a couple as a whole? Khadijah?
I liked them. Like, I thought they were so cute together. They were just so playful and it was just cute. I thought that's who he should have ended up with. I didn't like the girl.
Monica.
Yeah, her. I didn't like Monica that much. Kinda, she grew on me, but I liked him and Yvonne together. She was more down to earth and like let him be. And just she was happy to be with him. So I liked them.
She didn't try to change him. And you know, we later find out that that's the reason why she couldn't marry him, because she just kind of let him run her life. She was like, I did all these things and I changed who I was for you. And, you know, you just let me. And then he got with Monica and she literally tried to like change the ties that he wore and what he drank and how he spoke and walked and talked. But he did that to Yvonne. So it's just like, you know, that thing, karma. Well, Diamond, what did you think about William and Yvonne? They were a little quirky, but they worked. Let
me say, I freaking love Yvonne, period. And like that, like when we got to see that other side of William, that Winchy side, where he trying to change this lady and everything, and now she can't have her job and all of that stuff, in which he had a valid concern. She got shot, she got grazed or whatever. He had a valid concern, but I did cry on this episode. Because not many women have that strength where Yvonne walked away from that damn wedding. Because you have literally tried to change. It's literally giving me chills talking about it. You have literally tried to change everything about me, and I have gone for the ride. I have gone for this compromise. So if I sign this contract, if I get in this contract with you for life, what is that going to look like? Mm-hmm. What kind of other compromises am I going to have to make that you're not willing to make?
You better lay low.
And walked away. And not many women can do that. And that just goes to show why I loved her like I loved her. But I loved them together. It was William. Yeah. Like it was William in that situation, which was surprised. I usually love William, but for something about that lady, he couldn't get right. I think Yvonne was the one that Monica did grow on me later. And by later, I mean the very last season. The very last episodes of the very last season. She finally grew up. She grew on me.
Her character was to make her someone we did not like, because obviously the four main girlfriends, we, for the most part, we loved them. They did things that we didn't care for, but we loved them. And I think she was like the anti-character, right? The woman who came in and, tried to change William, and they didn't like that. And then obviously when Jill Marie Jones left the show, they had to acclimate her into being a more likable character. But for the most part, I didn't care for Monica as a whole, but I respected her because she came in and she asserted herself, and she was not for Joan and none of her games. And even Tony was like, okay, bitch, bravissima, I like you. So, I did love William and Yvonne together. I thought this episode was very playful and fun. I did notice that, because remember when Yvonne came and was talking to Maya at her desk and she told her about William's, that I didn't like how they basically sexually harassed William. Like, remember that scene with her, Joan, and Maya? It's the middle of a law firm. Like, you just gonna say this about this man in front of everybody? Like, no, that's not cool just because he's a man. But neither here nor there.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
And victims of sexual harassment should be respected as well. They can very much so be the face of the Me Too movement. But I think with William and Yvonne, it was just communication. And I think a lot of times she was maybe scared to speak up, because every time she did, it was an argument. And a lot of times you try to avoid that, with somebody that you care about. But at the same time, it's like, you still want to be heard. You still want to get to a level where you can compromise. But that just boils down to like communication. And I think they definitely had that issue. I would have liked to see more of Yvonne. But then again, I think the Monica character was needed because it was like a flipping of the script, right? Like, you tried to change this woman and put everything on her and make her into you wanted her to be. Now you got Monica. She is everything you wanted, but she's that and more, because she comes with a legacy, a pedigree. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I sought you out. You was on the senior partner track. I deserve to be with a senior partner. Now you don't like it. So I don't know. I can't wait to talk about Miss Monica, because like I said, I respect her, but she was too much. Okay.
I think we should have that conversation.
What do y'all think made Joan walk out of the meeting? Like, what was it about the 300 number that made her get up and leave?
300 is a lot. Okay. Let's just, health-wise, 300 people is a lot of people. And that means that, like, that's 300 people. And when me and you, that's me and 300 more people. Like, no, I would have, like I said, I wouldn't have been there. But I would have got up and left too. That's just too much. Like, I am Joan in this episode-ish, kind of, because she entertained the idea. I want to entertain the idea. Because like Diamond said, that is a very Virgo trait. Like, I will stand by you through some stuff, but when your stuff is going to affect me and how I'm trying to heal and keep myself together, I can't do it. And you telling me you with 300 people and you was an addict, so I don't even know if you was safe when you was with these 300 people. I have to go, sir. I have to leave now.
That part. Diamond, what you think? What do you think, like, about that number? Like,
Dang,
make
man, that's my twin flame, that Virgo right there. That's a look. I do not like that she chose to go to the meeting and then left. However, with the you mentioned it was her insecurity. A sex addiction will make anybody insecure. Your partner having a sex addiction will make anybody insecure, because it ain't like that. That's some, I don't got no type. Like, that's like any, you could be any, they could be doing any fucking thing.
I know that's right. I know that's right, babe.
But 300 people for that's why I feel like Joan not a Virgo, but she got a lot of Virgo traits, and in that comes that OCD. So now I'm thinking about all 300 of these people. Who was you protected with? Like, even when you was protected, condoms don't if you got herpes on your pelvic area, condoms don't protect against that. Like, 300 people. My graduating class was 252 people. I graduated from high school with 252 other folk. You slept with more people than I graduated with. That is a lot. Like, that's a lot of people. So it's like, you don't care about yourself. You don't care about me. So I do, like, I don't like that she chose. I don't like that, because I can see we talked a little bit before this about seeing stuff from both sides. So I don't like that she, she came there to support and then ultimately couldn't support. But you have to set up boundaries.
You absolutely right. That is a health thing, right? She probably was thinking, like, oh, this is a man that's, I'm with, he's my boyfriend. Like, I have this 3-month rule, but maybe in the next 2 months, when that happens, like, you got to think about, okay, testing and all of these things. So I think that is maybe what scared her a bit. Like, oh my God, like, so yeah, that is definitely something to consider, because like you said, then you have to have the harder conversations, like, okay, were you using protection? Like, did you ever get anything? Was it something you couldn't rinse off? Like, what are your antibodies like? What's your immune system like? Because, as Black women, we are more prone to, like, STDs and things like that, like everything, like you're saying. So, yeah, and that's another thing, that when we watch these episodes as grown women, because in 4th grade when I was watching this, I'm like, dang, why she leave? Like, but as a 31-year-old, it's like, okay, she left because STDs are real and some of them don't go away. But yeah, that is definitely an eye opener for sure, because like you said, then you have to have those follow-up conversations, which can further make things more uncomfortable. And I don't think that was Joan, like, over analyzing. Like, that's her being safe.
Bling bling. Bitches is mad.
I want to add, like, you are still in meetings for this. So you still are actively seeking help for this. This is still very real for you. Like, this is something you still have a craving for. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is not like, somebody that ain't did drugs in 20 years and, they see somebody doing drugs, they may go to a meeting because, okay, I need to, this old itch is starting to itch again. But this is something that you are actively going to meetings for. So you are actively fighting this. Like, you are actively fighting this. And I can't with that. I can't, because then we gonna go together, and then your number gonna be at 325 while we together. Like, no, that's not. Not finna defertilize me because you sleeping with 300 people. No, indeed.
So you haven't done anything in a year. So we do it. And now all of a sudden, oh, are you back on the, like, you done fell off the wagon again? Now you finna go out here and do this? I just, no. She should have ran from Sean. As soon as Sean dropped that sentence out his mouth, like, it was just time to go. Like, you have to know yourself. And me, myself, I'm not going to compete with you with 300 people. Right. It wasn't all women. Like, I don't even know. Like, I can't, no, it's just too much. It's too much. It's stress. And I cannot live with that stress. Even to throw my pH balance off. No, God bless you. We can't do this anymore.
Always say, I only get one coochie. You're not about to fuck it up.
Okay.
You only get one coochie. You're not about to have me hot glue gun and my coochie back on. Cause you like, no, indeed. The ghetto. I gotta leave too. I've now changed my opinion from the first place. I'm with Khadijah. I wouldn't have went to the meeting because we would still been talking.
I still would have went, like I said, because I'm nosy and I just want to know. But no, you're right. I feel like those are good reasons to not go. You know what I'm saying? Because Khadijah's saying, like, she probably would not have wanted to still pursue that relationship just to protect herself and just like knowing who she is and what she wants. I probably wouldn't have continued it, but I still would have went to be nosy. Then I would have broke up with him. And I'm just being honest. That's just how I feel. I don't care. But yeah, I feel like I did a good job of setting aside how I feel about the character Sean in the later episodes to be objective. In this episode, like I said, I liked him for Joan initially. But I can't wait to talk. I can't wait to talk about him later. He's gonna get this smoke. He is, because he was awful. All right, so that was season 1, episode 13. That is the introduction to Sean and Joan's relationship. We find out that Sean is a sex addict. We find out that Lynn may or may not be a sex addict, but then we find out she's not. She's just really freaky. And then we also get a deeper glimpse into William and Yvonne's relationship. So if you guys want to add anything, get down in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share it with your friends. We'll be here every week, and we are going to talk about every episode of Girlfriends from start to finish, because it is the show that we love to overanalyze and underanalyze and talk about and watch over and over again. Shout out to Mara Brockakil, everybody on our Instagram that follows us and supports us. We'll be here every week, so let us know what you think. And then next week we will be talking about the episode where Joan is kind of torn between Davis and Sean. That's going to be a good one, because what is Joan if she's not like in between two men? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? That's just who she is, but we love it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching Girlfriends with Girlfriends.